Okay, welcome back, Guardians. Let's do a real quick run through here, real fast. Make this as brutally as possible. Um, Good ornament for the Tyrant's Vision. It'd be nice if there was some kind of a zoom control and an additional axis to view the model. Not a big fan of this copper and carbon fiber look, but I know it was pretty popular for a long time. Feast of Feelings for those moments when you realize that your fire team are not really all that interested in playing with you. They just needed you for body counts or whatever. The Dark Blade effects is a transmat effect. Not really a big fan. Shaders, I mean, shit, everybody has these shaders by now. Going over here, we have the Samba dance. I did pick that up. It's pretty fun. It's a fun dance. Um, VR Exploration is an older emote. It was out last season. That's pretty decent. The Skiff Scribble Shell. This looks like something that's a little fun. I'm not too sure about the hand motion there. There's a YouTube channel my son and I watch from time to time where this guy takes random ingredients and foods and tries to turn them into sausage. And he does this motion like this ghost is doing here with these little forward panels. Does it sausage? And it's like, it's fucking hilarious as hell. I did buy the ship. The ship is awesome. It's got some really nice, I would say mid 2000 Toya Tech kind of vibes to it. It actually looks a lot like Snap ships. If you want to look them up, you'll get to see what I'm talking about. Out of Dodge, not a fan of the aesthetic. It's way too blocky. Kind of reminds me of some early kit bashing that I did for Space Marines speeder bikes. It's okay. Already owned this one. This was last season's release as well. The Al Hidaid. I think I mispronounced that, but it's for the Crimson. It's a nice clean look to the weapon. It's actually kind of fun. More shaders and transmat effects. I think pretty much everybody owns all these. Grayscale Undergrowth is actually a really good shader. As you can see, it's got that ignore me gray kind of feel to it. You'd be surprised how effective camouflage actually is in this game. Uh, Everything else here is just trying to design to get your money. Uh, I'm not a big fan of all these. I pick them up when I can. I use them if I feel like it when I've earned them through bright engrams. But that is, for the most part, what you really want to go for, the bright engram stuff. I know a lot of people, and myself included, at one point in time were big collectors, and you had to have it all kind of situation. You got some bonus deals here for Season of the Witch. I think was this current season, so that's that. Withered Horde set, the new Universal ornaments. These are all, they call them Universal because they go over. Well, there's the class items. I think the mark and the cloak can be applied to any legendary piece of equipment. The bond also. But for class items, you got universal class items. They should put that in there. Universal class ornaments, because these pieces are tied specifically to their exotic, which is misleading. Again, what's in Bungie's mouth is not always what's in their hand. Season of the Worthy, I own this, all of it, sadly. The Tommy's Matchbook, that actually might be okay. I really don't want to put any exotics in my energy or heavy slot because I'd like to be able to make sure that if I'm flipping through exotics. See, exotics for me need to fulfill a specific battlefield role, uh, and I have three. I break things down into threes when it comes to everything in my world, or fives, and there are aggressive, defensive, and supportive roles. So when you have something like the BR Battler, that is an aggressive weapon. Um, it fulfills an aggressive role, whereas something like the Tiku's Definition, it fulfills a supportive role because when you use the Tiku's Definition, you will do a burn on targets, and then any of your allies shooting those targets causes an ignition, and it's actually pretty good. Now, unfortunately, though, that is a energy slot weapon. As you can see, my energy slots are pretty full. So, when it comes to my exotics, Malfeasance is basically an aggressive weapon. This is a support weapon, and this is a defensive weapon. And these are the three primary exotics that I run. Now, normally, another spot here would be for the Wither Horde, but I'm feeling that, that's going to take its time. I'm right now debating whether or not whether I want to go with the crafted tripwire grenade. Like I said, I don't like a lot of kibble on my weapons, and I think that this is kind of like Withering's, no, the slab, and another like viced type thing. It's got the nice viced, um, feel to it. I like the viced weapons. They're really good weapons. Um, they're very aggressive, but that's just a thing, I guess. All right, so let's go to finish up. Let's finish up this one bounty, get the fuck out of here, and go do something else. But anyway, that's basically it. I had an earlier video up. A couple of people stopped by to see that. Thank you for stopping by to see that one. I appreciate it. But I wanted to tie this one up and make this one be a shorter one because I found that there's more visits when the video doesn't look like it's more than 30 minutes long. Although I would not be insulted if you watched me on 1.75 times. I do that for a lot of channels that I follow. I don't think it actually affects the metrics very much. But although I know creators can look at those kinds of things and they can see what videos are muted, what videos are watched at higher speeds, and that gives them the indication of whether they should tighten up their content or not. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and until the next time, I hope you enjoy playing Destiny 2 as much as I do, hopefully even better.